Scoring back. Look, this is a big Syracuse team and a red-hot Louisville squad ready to tip off here at the Yum Center. The Cardinals in their home whites with the red numbers and black letters, and Syracuse in the road orange with the cursive font on the front of their jerseys. They'll be going right to left on your screen. Louisville going left to right. And even with Kyra Wood back and playing the way she did the last time out, she will begin the game on the bench. The same starting lineups for both teams, as Georgia Woolley getting her first touches for Syracuse, rocking the black eye from the last time out. Physical game against Miami. Here she is driving, tries to scoop it, and Louisville gets the first rebound of the game. Look at the Louisville starters. Everybody's the same from the last time out against Georgia Tech. Jumper is no good from Nyla Harris. As we now look at the Syracuse starting lineup, Dominique Camp, the lead guard for this team, distributor. Woolley and Burrows, the Australian duo, are big scorers for the Orange. Tajianna Roberts trying to play at pace here. Felicia Leggett-Jack, the coach for Syracuse, saying she wants to play at a fast pace. 75 possessions in a game on offense is their ideal scenario. It means that they're going to play right into the way Louisville wants to play.
Yeah,
high tempo.
Two teams that both want to push the pace, play high tempo, get shots up, run the floor. It's going to be a track meet tonight, Jeff.
It could be, as Jalea Harris gets the and one for the first points of the night. Jalea Harris, we just talked about her briefly, and this is a great opportunity for you to talk about Jalea Williams and the way she's been playing.
Yeah, she's been playing incredible for this Louisville team, and she's really stepped up against Georgia Tech. We saw her stats, but she's one of those players who can make a lot happen on the defensive end, and that's one thing that Jeff Walz has talked about for this Louisville team, is their defense has to create their offense, and they've done a great job of that the past 6 games.
Well, look at Williams right there, chasing down her own missed free throw. And rec league basketball coaches across the country coaching youth basketball thrilled to see someone chase down their own missed free throw. As the Cardinals out to a good start here. Camp for 3. That's short. And Williams snatches the rebound. Off to a great start, Jalea Williams. Got the matchup she wants here. Trying to get it inside to Cochran. Great cut from Williams, and a good finish from Harris.
And that right there, Jeff, beautiful basketball. Post entry pass, drive, post entry pass, next pass, score. That's exactly what you want to see.
Jeff Walz has been open about his team's need to grind out points and find ways to score. And active cutting is a great way to do that. 3-ball corner pocket is good. It's Sophie Burrows, a sophomore from Australia.
Sophie Burrows having a great season for Syracuse, averaging 9.4 points a game, 5 rebounds, double figures in the last 5 out of her 7 games played.
She is going to be a key scorer for this team tonight if they're going to stay tight with Louisville. Here's Woolley. And not just put off enough by Jayda Curry. Look, we know where Louisville's coming from as we get Kyra Wood on the floor for the first time tonight for Syracuse. Quick substitution. But we know what Louisville is, the Final Fours, national title game appearances. Syracuse under Felicia Leggett-Jack, and I know we're going to talk more about her as the game progresses. In 2 years, they made the Sweet 16 of the WNIT in 2023, second round of the NCAA tournament last year. These have been physical, tough games. And we mentioned, as Nyla Harris makes the jumper, the Big East heritage there maybe plays a factor in the physicality of these matchups.
Oh yeah, no matter if you've got a ranked team, unranked team, Syracuse-Louisville has always been a battle. We remember last year Louisville falling at Syracuse in the last few seconds of that game. So I mean, it's like I said, it's always a battle between these two teams.
There's Felicia Leggett-Jack, 3rd season at Syracuse, had a decade at Buffalo, and became the winningest coach at UB. 4 NCAA tournament appearances with Buffalo, but she's a Syracuse legend as a player and is coaching her alma mater. This is Cochran, spins, and it's in for Cochran.
Cochran's another one of those key players for this Louisville team. Just unbelievable post player. We've seen her shoot a couple threes this season, made them, and just a strong body. Nyla Harris post-to-post entry pass. Nyla Harris seeing her post player open, and Olivia Cochran just being strong with the basketball.
And that is a concerning sign as Georgia Woolley jogs off, and she is definitely favoring the other side of her left shoulder. It looks like her right shoulder or elbow took a ding on that fall. At first I thought she might have dislocated her shoulder the way she was carrying her arm, but she doesn't appear to be needing any treatment. That's a good sign for Syracuse. 5 field goals from 4 different scorers so far for Louisville. This is Curry. Trying to get downhill on Wood. 3 ball is good for Jayda Curry.
Jayda Curry averaging 11 points, 2.7 assists, but her 3-point shot this year has really come along. We knew she could do it, but as the season progresses, she just keeps getting better and better.
Everyone who has played in this game so far, the starters for Louisville, have scored. Nyla Harris doing the work inside and lets out a screen.
And Louisville off to a great start.
Cards 7 of 11 to start this game. Look at Cochran running the break, and she's gonna get called for a double dribble there. Your referees tonight, by the way, Dee Cantner, Billy Smith, and Teresa Stuck as we get another look at the Nyla Harris finish.
Yeah, unbelievable offensive rebound, being strong. They work in that in practice, though, where they've got 2 taller defenders around them, and the post players just got to go up through contact and finish it.
Nyla Harris shooting 60% from the field. Not going to play outside of what her game is, but she's going to be consistently around the basket, rebounding, hustling, and converting layups. This is Burrows trying to drive on the smaller Roberts, and does so with some success there. Burrows has all 7 of Syracuse's points so far. Tajianna Roberts, nice pass inside to Istanbulolu, newly into the game.
And right now, Jeff, I feel like Louisville is getting whatever they want on the offensive end. Syracuse is really going to need to pick up their defense if they want to keep it close.
Istanbulolu giving Louisville its 6th scorer in the first 6 minutes. And that's going to be a travel. And we're going to take a break. High-scoring Louisville out to a 10-point lead to start things off here in the Derby City. How about this for Nyla Harris, the junior from Orlando, in her 67th career start. Off to an incredible start, 6 points, 3 boards in the first 5 minutes and change. And she's just so consistent, Jess.
Yeah, coming off, making 5 for 5 against Georgia Tech. You see that offensive rebound. She can do a little bit of everything. She can hit the 15-foot jump shot. She's a big post player inside. She can guard on defense, and you see it right there, shooting 77% in the last 3 games, and just an unbelievable player.
Well, our statistician here, Ken, was joking, look, and she's off her pace, right? She's having a terrible game by her own standards if she's only shooting 60%, which is a ridiculous percentage already. As the Cardinals in possession to start this second portion of the first quarter. Trying to keep building some distance between them and Syracuse. Nice fake from Istanbulolu, and then Harris had that shot deflected. But that's exactly Jeff Walz, after the Georgia Tech win was talking about Easton Bololu and being confident, not just as a shooter, but doing all the other little things. That's exactly what he wants from him.
No, for sure. And he talked about when you put in the work in the off season and practice, you know, the results will speak for themselves. And he talked about that with Nyla Harris as well, just really grinding this past summer and really putting the extra time in, and you're seeing it on the floor.
Token pressure there from Jalea Williams, backing off this half court. Georgia Woolley back out on the floor for Syracuse. Good pass to the corner, that's Burrows. Got the shooter's touch. How about Sophie Burrows has all 10 points for Syracuse. She's 4 for 4 with a couple of threes.
You know, Jeff, if you were Louisville right now, you would probably want to make somebody else score the basketball. I think that's what Jeff Walz would say, at least, with her having all 10 points at the moment.
Syracuse in a 2-3, Jayda Curry. This is the three-pointer. There's a fight for a board, and who else but Nyla Harris coming down with it. Syracuse, as you see there, getting all of its contributions right now from Sophie Burrows. 10 points to start this game. And on the defensive end, switching to a 2-3, Louisville 10 paint points through that first media timeout. Just seeing if maybe they can clog the lane a little bit more and make the Cardinals hit some outside shots. Roberts steps into the short corner and hits.
Yeah, Louisville guards in the first 8 minutes doing a really nice job of working the ball inside, which makes the defense have to guard the post players. So that leaves those 15-foot jump shots open, and Roberts knocks it down.
Angelica Velez on the floor for Syracuse. This is Woolley trying to go to work on Marissa Russell, and the runner is good. Georgia Woolley. Nice take from the Aussie. This is Curry now to Harris, guarded by Wood. Roberts on a heater the last 6 games. Trying to slip that through. Syracuse growing back into this game a little bit. Good recovery from Nyla Harris and getting some applause from Jeff Walz. We know the resume at this point. Louisville has just consistently been good year in and year out for 18 years now under Jeff Walz. And he was honest about this team. He knew it was going to take a little time, but they've gotten into the rhythm now. 7 of their last 8 as Wood is going to go to the free throw line to shoot a couple. Yeah. 5 straight ACC wins, too.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Especially with the transfer portal now, you have a new team basically coming in each and every year, but especially this year with him having 8 freshmen on the team. It's incredible what he has accomplished so far and what this team has accomplished, and how they have really bought in to practicing hard and doing everything the coaches says to put themselves in positions to win, and they've done an excellent job, especially these past 6 games.
Kyra Wood, a career 61% free throw shooter, but that's unfair to her because the first 2 seasons she shot 48 and 44% and has drastically improved the last 2 seasons plus. And she is has to be a good free throw shooter because, you know, a player of her stature in the post who's such a good scorer is going to get fouled a lot. And she makes both free throws here. A 7-2 spurt for Syracuse. Louisville having to work a little bit more on offense the past few possessions. Weak side defense, good from Woolley coming back to get the steal and win the foul.
Yeah, these past few possessions, you've really seen Syracuse pick up their defense.
This is Velez, New York native. And she's going to get whistled for the walk there, trying to back down Curry. Louisville trying to get its offense going a little bit again. 3 turnovers in the last 5 possessions.
Syracuse in a 2-3 wide defense.
And Stan Balolu had a good look there, but a little too strong. Woolley trying to take on the smaller Curry. Burrows corner three. First missed shot of the game, or second now, I should say, for Burrows. 4 for 6 from the field. Started 4 for 4. And Louisville having a couple possessions here where they're sort of trying to solve the Rubik's Cube. Cochran, excuse me, tries to flip it off to Stan Balolu, and another weak side steal. Good defending there from Syracuse, reading the drives and kicks. This is Velez, the sophomore. Nice cut from Burrows, and a foul underneath. He's going to get her to the free throw line. First foul of the night on Jayda Curry as we enter the point of the first quarter where the shot clock is now off. Shy Hawkins, the freshman from New York, is about to come on. Sanaya Wilson on the floor, the senior from Rochester, New York. Second free throw is up and good from Burrows, and she'll be subbed out here. And Shy Hawkins checks in. It's a big Syracuse team, a tall Syracuse squad. The guards are north of 6 feet for the most part, as they are on the floor here to defend Louisville's last possession back in that zone.
Jeff, just going off of their height, Syracuse's top 5 scorers are 6 foot and above.
That makes the offense against a zone defense like this difficult too, as Curry fires up a three. A chance at an offensive board for Russell is good. It fell to her, and an awkward landing underneath the basket for Kyra Wood.
Defense at the end of that first quarter, so I expect the same for the start of the second.
She'll start out on the bench to open this second quarter, as Louisville continues to try to solve this Syracuse zone. Good movement to Tajianna Roberts for three. Bit long there, and Velez just knocked it away. Tajianna Roberts, how about this? The last 6 games, 16.7 points per game for the freshman. 36% from three in that stretch. After starting the year just 29%. That was a big weakness in her game. The steals are there, the layups, the drives, the short and mid-range jumper is there.
Tajianna Roberts has been outstanding for this Louisville team, and Jeff Walz credits her that the game, she lets it come to her. She doesn't play too fast like some freshmen. When you come in, you know, the game is a change from high school, and it has not seemed to affect her one bit. She has came in and acted like a junior from day one.
Syracuse defending all the way through the shot clock, and Georgia Woolley is going to get a foul underneath. It was on Stan Balolu, and Woolley is going to go to the free throw line. And we haven't had a chance to talk about this yet tonight, Jess, but you are going to watch 2 absolutely elite free throw shooters in the ACC and nationally tonight between Georgia Woolley and Jayda Curry. Jayda Curry is 35 of 37 from the free throw line. Georgia Woolley, 89%. And you can see where they rank nationally. That is unbelievable. How about that from our graphics crew?
Number 1 and number 2 in the ACC in free throw percentage. Now, Jeff, if one of them misses tonight,
whose fault is that? We'll blame the graphics crew for that. As Russell fires a three, no good. Louisville's just 1 for 6 to start in this game. As look at the hustle from Velez. And I don't know about that. That might get a little bit of an argument if Velez had possession there, but she got the steal, and Syracuse gets the timeout. It's a 4-point game here in Louisville.
players. That's what you like to see in college basketball, is just players going after it. And yeah, that was a tough one. But you know what? Everybody makes mistakes.
Well, we'll see if Syracuse can make the extra possession work in its favor. Here's Verajao, the niece of Anderson Verajao, the former NBA player, as Verajao and Cochran get tied up. And the possession will stay with the Orange. Syracuse really looked behind the 8 ball to start this game, but they have fought their way back into it. Louisville led by as many as 10 in the first quarter. And that's going to be off of Woolley. So Louisville basketball. And something to note here, in the corner, Nyla Harris on the stationary bike and not out on the floor at the moment. Here's a nice cut from Russell and the flip in, the pass from Cochran. Nice Nyla Harris.
Nice pass and cut. And I will say, Jeff, just from past experience, the stationary bike isn't usually per injury. It's just to keep your body warm. So probably nothing going on there. She's not on the floor right now. She could just be getting a rest, but I would say she's probably just keeping warm. Because sometimes when you sit for even a few minutes, you get stiff over there.
Well, that's why you wear the Normatec boots, right?
Yeah,
the blood-moving boots that people wear. As the ball is saved there from Isla Jeffermans.
Yeah, and I just want to point that out really quickly because, yes, she's a freshman. Excellent pass and cut by Syracuse, but for this, you see Isla go to step out of bounds, but you never throw the ball in under your opponent's basket, because if she would have been in bounds, it was going right to Syracuse, and that's an easy 2 point. So that's something I would call a freshman mistake.
Right after a great veteran-looking play of walling up and not extending her arms in any way. 12 on the shot clock here as Syracuse works through its possession. Velez calling for Wood to come over. Wood, by the way, tweaked her ankle, but has been playing through it fine as Velez makes the jumper. You can see it is still wearing on Wood a little bit. But such an important player for the Orange. Cochran off to Curry. 3 ball is no good. Louisville is ice cold from 3. 1 of 7 to start this game. You take a look again off this little pick there. Curry gets caught underneath. Good jumper from a player in Velez who isn't going to be called on a ton to be a scorer for them.
Yeah, no, only averaging three points a game, but you know, that's sometimes in these games you have to be the one to step up. Sometimes if things aren't going your way, and Syracuse has worked their way back into this ball game, and their defense though is really making Louisville not look like a great offensive team. I don't know if it's because of it could be because of their length. They're so tall on the defensive end. It's kind of altering Louisville's shot selection, but Syracuse has been doing a nice job this second quarter.
Amari Berry on the floor now for Louisville, by the way, as a foul is called underneath. The foul is on Sanaya Wilson, the senior, as Louisville back in possession. Jalea Williams on the floor for the Cards with Berry, Harris, Russell, and Jeffermans.
And Jeff, in that first quarter, I thought Louisville did a nice job of attacking the basket and getting into the paint to make their dump passes to the post players, and they're kind of settling for outside shots right now, so I'd like to see them get some more paint touches.
7 turnovers for Louisville, 5 of them off steals. Almost all, I believe all 5 are in the zone here of catching Louisville in a spot where they're uncomfortable making a pass and getting the takeaway. Burrows off the screen. Is hot in that first quarter. Can she keep that going? Here's Woolley for 3. Front iron. There's a battle underneath, a hard fall. And it was Nyla Harris who was able to win the battle to get the possession for Louisville. It's Burrows, Woolley, Wilson, Wood, and Camp on the floor for the Orange. Sounds like a law firm. There's Harris, the free throw line. Hands it off to Randolph, no good. And the rebound is hauled down by Wilson, the third board of this game. Camp. And that's going to be called on Woolley. It's her first foul of the night on Georgia Woolley.
Nice defense by Jalea Williams. Woolley just pushes off with that arm a little bit, and Jalea Williams was able to get the foul call.
Louisville now approaching 3 minutes since its last points. Williams, nice pass, flipped up but no good by Jeffermans. Burrows trying to hook that pass in and does. A nice find to Wood, who finishes in traffic.
What a pass from Burrows. And way to Wood to grab that ball and go up, straight up with it. She knew exactly where she was on the floor.
Wood's got 4 points and 3 boards off the bench for Syracuse. It was a 2-point game. It was once a 10-point Louisville lead. Louisville still just looks so uncomfortable against the zone. Harris, short corner jumper, almost down. Crowd can't believe that fell out of the basket. Louisville now 3 of its last 14 as Burrows had a chance to give her team the lead and missed it. Timeout Louisville, 4:28 to go here in the second quarter. We've got a ball game. Lead is shrunk to 2. Syracuse has scratched and clawed its way back into this game. Really good defense.
And you see it there, Louisville going 4 minutes without scoring the basketball. Not like them at all.
3 of its last 14 after starting the game 8 of 12. And actually, that's right around when Syracuse switched to a zone defense. Here's Camp running the break. Burrows, good defense there from Louisville to stop the 3-point attempt. Flipped up and in, it's a tie game. It's Wilson, the first bucket of the night.
Nice quick passes by Syracuse. Is able to throw it into the post player. Like you said, tie ball game. But Syracuse is doing a really nice job on defense. Louisville looks out of sorts.
Cards have struggled immensely shooting the 3 ball all season. 1 of 7 tonight. Williams trying to drive, flips it up and in. 1-800 Jalea Williams. Who to call when you need a bucket? As the Cardinals needed some sort of spark there. We'll see if that's a 2-point basket that counts for more for Louisville. Woolley on the drive. Hooks it underneath to Wood. And one!
Nice pass, nice finish.
Tell you what, Woolley and Burrows both have done a really nice job of driving and finding Wood like that.
Yeah, beautiful pass. And it's funny, Coach Walz, Jeff Walz, talked about in his press conference about Georgia Tech how the help side defense of his team has been so good lately. And that right there, I mean, just Jalea Williams gets beat on a straight line drive. Woolley makes a beautiful pass to Kyra Wood, and there's just no defense right now.
Wood makes the free throw. It's the first lead of the game for Syracuse. As Wood has 7 points now. And an and one on the other end for Louisville, a big one.
And Jeff, if you notice the last 2 possessions, Jalea Williams and in that time Jayda Curry got a paint touch, was attacking the basket and not settling for an outside 3-point shot. And that's what they did so good in the first quarter. They were really attacking the paint, jump stopping, kicking it to the open player. And then all of a sudden that fell apart. They didn't do that whenever it was, Jeff Walz always says, if something's working, keep doing it. And so maybe these past 2 possessions, they can get something going.
As Roberts makes the free throw to complete the 3-point play. And a travel on Syracuse. And look at the change in shooting for both teams, but especially they're dramatic for Louisville in that second quarter. Let's see if maybe Tajianna Roberts can get going. This is her first bucket of this second quarter. Cards have a little bit more shooting on the floor right now than they have in the previous rotations. Here's Roberts, steps into a jumper, got it. They have been able to get another and one there. She was looking for it.
Yeah, that's the way to attack the basket.
Woolley trying to get some quick offense for Ray Zhao. Got her own miss and missed twice underneath. Williams to Berry for 3. A much needed bucket from long distance for Louisville. And just like that, it's a 7-point lead. An 8-0 run for the Cards. There's Berry again. Roberts for 3. Good, this place would have lost it. Camp running the break. Key possession here for Syracuse. It's definitely feels like a momentum moment, and they work it into Wood. Who else?
And I like that. Louisville got back on defense. Syracuse saw that, settled down, set up an offense, and was able to get the bucket.
Down under 90 seconds in this first half. Louisville led by as many as 10. Syracuse took the lead at one point. And the Cards using a burst here late in this second quarter to retake the lead. Here's Camp. Woolley steps into a 3. Got it! Georgia Woolley. Her first 3 of the night.
Huge shot by Woolley because the Cards had the momentum shift in their favor, and that 3 is just a dagger, especially going into halftime.
Roberts to Williams. No need to rush here. 10 on the shot. Williams had her shot blocked. And it's loose underneath. Nyla Harris comes up with it. There is a pile of bodies. And trainers are going to have to come out here. I think Ray Zhao took the brunt of that collision there. Fortunately, it looks like she's okay. She had an initial reaction that was very concerning.
Yeah, Jalea Williams just attacking the basket. Just all falling down.
Yeah, that's a lot of big bodies around the rim.
Yeah, everybody just going after the ball and got tangled up a little bit.
Ray Zhao getting helped off by Dominique Camp, and Camp, a graduate student, missed last season with a knee injury, so.
And that's one thing, Jeff, you hate to see on a play like that where everybody literally just gets tangled up and starts falling down on top of each other for somebody to get hurt. That stinks.
Jumper there is no good from Roberts. Look at the effort from Harris. Russell with the putback, missed it. It's still alive for Louisville, and it's going to be Syracuse ball out of all of that. Louisville comes away with nothing. 0 for its last 6 now. Shot clock is off. Final 20 seconds of this first half. Camp trying to run a late clock offensive set here, and Burrows is going to be called for the offensive foul. Player control. It was Tajianna Roberts who won the foul.
That would have been a heck of a play, Jeff, but Tajianna Roberts, I was going to say she's a little bit late on help defense on that. She probably should have been there a little bit earlier, but the ref called the offensive foul. I don't know about that one.
Well, she was happy with the call.
Yeah, definitely, but it was a quick, maybe a makeup from earlier.
9.6 left in this first half. Louisville a chance to run something quickly. This is Curry. Trying to get in the short corner out of shot block, 3.5. And a baseline out of bounds play, the blob. Some confusion here from the Cardinals. 5 blocks, by the way, for Syracuse in the first half. Mention how big this team is. Curry to Cochran, and Cochran traveled. 2.8 left in this first half. It's Woolley. She's going to just have to try to get something off. No, it's Camp who fires, and it's off the backboard. So that is where it started. I hate to say slow because of the schedule they played, but took some early losses. And as just said, they've won 6 in a row, 5 straight in the ACC, and a chance to get to 6-1 in the league. As right off the bat, Syracuse shows it means business. Sanaya Wilson has it back to a 1-point game.
And Jeff, in that first quarter, I talked about how Louisville was getting easy open shots. And now the tides have kind of turned. It looks like Syracuse is getting whatever they want. So Louisville needs to pick up their defense this third quarter.
Jeff Greer, Jess Lemley McDaniel here with you inside the KFC Yum Center as Olivia Cochran gets Louisville's first points of this second half. Syracuse in orange tonight, going left to right now on your screen. And Louisville going right to left. Georgia Woolley, 6 points, 3 boards, 3 assists. Leading scorer for the Orange. As Wood drives, missed it, and Cochran comes down with the rebound. Louisville started this game so well, 8 of its first 12. Here's Cochran, steps through the zone. Curry's open for 3. Got it! Jayda Curry.
And good things happen when you get to the ball to the paint first. Everybody collapsed. Olivia Cochran just kicked it out to Jayda Curry. Olivia saw she didn't have her post move, kicked out. Jayda Curry hit the last 3-point shot. Taj Roberts driving and kicking. Nice cut by Olivia Cochran.
And a good moment there from Louisville. The trap right at the timeline midcourt forces the turnover as Wood departed from the backcourt and was deemed to be an over and back call on Syracuse. It'll be Louisville basketball and a chance to extend this lead. Curry in the forecourt, Jalea Williams. Jeff Walz talking a lot about Curry as she bangs that 3. Curry had been doing so many other things really well, but if the shot's falling, I mean, we know she's a totally different player.
Yeah, Coach Walz is drawing up that play for Curry after she hit that first 3-point shot. She's definitely been one of the hot hands these past few games.
An 8-0 run for Louisville. Curry 3 of 6 from 3 tonight, all 9 of her points from distance. Wood had to fight for that one, missed it. Put back is good.
Wood just getting her own offensive miss. Was able to keep it high, put it back up.
And if you notice something off about Nyla Harris, it's that she doesn't have a right shoe on. And Louisville's operations staff is hustling the shoe over to that side of the floor. She's going through this entire offensive possession in a sock as Williams missed the jumper. And we're going to continue play here. Woolley on the drive, finds Wood, flipped it in, and a big couple of buckets for Syracuse to stem Louisville's momentum.
And that's one thing, Jeff, that's tough. Nyla Harris got back in the play on defense, but that's one of those things that you've lost your shoe now for a minute of play. I mean, do you chance it and keep playing as hard as you can and chance, getting hurt? But then you don't have to because Jayda Curry just hits the wide open 3-point shot. But honestly, I mean, if it's that's a tough call by Nyla Harris.
As Woolley a little out of control. Curry ahead to Roberts. And the bucket is good. Woolley is down here.
No shoe has been playing in Louisville's favor those last minute and a half.
And hopefully Georgia Woolley is okay. As back here in Louisville, and not good news for Syracuse as Georgia Woolley, the leading scorer for the Orange, landed awkwardly and is on the end of the bench there getting some attention from the training staff. Hopefully she is okay. A heck of a player. Took a hard fall there. So we'll see if she's going to be able to return. Syracuse trying to stay in this game down 10. It was a 3-point game at halftime, but Louisville has come out here and outscored Syracuse 13-6 to start this second half and get some space between the two teams. It'll be Syracuse ball out of this timeout.
Louisville with the full court pressure.
Yeah, Velez turns it over. It's Williams on the steal. Cochran the put in for Louisville.
Nice decision coming out to full court press. Was able to get the 2 points.
Camp pulls up and shoots it from distance. And that's her first bucket of the night.
And Dominique Camp, she's one of those pass-first point guards. 8+ assists in 4 games this season. Looking to get her teammates the ball, but was able to knock down 3-point shot that last possession. And
what a pass to Nyla Harris. A great find by Williams. And the Cards up 11 here as the play is blown dead. Probably, yeah, just to wipe up the court.
Jalea Williams, another excellent passer. Such great court vision.
And a stat-stuffing night for Jalea Harris. I feel like I've repeated that numerous times. Oh my gosh, Jalea Williams, I'm so sorry. It was 2 Harris, that's what's throwing me off. 4 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists for Jalea Williams. Dangerous pass there, but it ends up with Burrows. Nyla Harris now 8 points and 8 boards for Louisville. There's Velez. Camp out front on the drive. Down to 7 on the shot clock here for Syracuse. Camp thought about it. Enters into Wood. And the rebound falls to Curry as Louisville's defensive possessions starting to yield some breathing room here for the Cards. Williams inside to Istanbuloglu. Nice pass to Harris. And Harris flips it up and in.
And Jeff,
it's the largest lead for Louisville.
This is kind of what we saw in the first half of this, or first quarter for this Louisville team, is they passing the ball very well, getting to the paint and dumping it when getting it to the open player. And then Jalea Williams, nobody guards her, so she just takes it herself.
Felicia Leggett-Jack needs a timeout as Louisville is zoomed out to a 15-point lead here in the third quarter. Louisville had a little bit of trouble in that second quarter getting any distance from Syracuse, but that has not been an issue here in this third quarter. 6 of its last 6 from the field, the Cards, and a 13-3 run has made this once close game into a 15-point cushion for the homestanding Cardinals. It's 54-39 as we come out of the midway break. And good news for Syracuse is that Georgia Woolley is back on the floor. It's Roberts, Williams, Harris, Curry, and Istanbuloglu on the floor for Louisville. And Woolley still looking a little uneasy jogging there. Woolley, Wood, Wilson, Burrows, and Schmidt on the floor. I believe this is Olivia Schmidt's first appearance tonight. Here's Woolley. Olivia Schmidt, freshman from Staten Island. Woolley's got a cutter and Burrows, and kind of a running layup. Wood trying to clean it up, and does. Much needed basket for Syracuse.
Yeah, and that's one thing. Syracuse ranked second in the ACC in offensive rebounds with 15.7 per game, and tonight they're at 7 with Wood's offensive rebound. But that's one thing that you missed that first shot. You have Wood going in for that offensive rebound. Work your way back into this ball game by getting some offensive rebound putbacks.
8 second chance points, and now Harris is called for the travel. Walz wants the foul called. What do you think?
Yeah, Nyla Harris, you know, it's always the one who gives that little shove with the arm movement, extending that arm. Yeah, I mean,
this is Wood to Schmidt here. Burrows. And a foul called out front. For a second, I thought it might be for the chicken wing extension there from Burrows, but it's on Roberts. That's her first.
That's now 2 calls in a row that this Louisville crowd does not agree with.
Well, if there's one thing Louisville fans know, it's this sport. They will let the referees know what they think, and during timeouts, they will have conversations with the referees. Been here 11 years, and I think I've heard about 200 to 300 conversations between fans and a referee.
I mean, Jeff, can you imagine 7, 8, 9,000 people booing at you?
No, I have one at home, and that's enough. Roberts ahead to Williams. Williams takes it herself, just missed. Olivia Schmidt diving for it, but it falls to Curry. And then Wood comes over and gets a deflection. A little bit of a sketchy few minutes there for both teams.
Now playing a little hot potato.
Back and forth. But this has been the business quarter for Louisville so far, plus 10. Jayda Williams out front. Istanbuloglu turning, and a foul is called on Wood. That's her first of the game.
Jeff, Istanbuloglu's been playing some pretty good, solid, quality minutes for this Louisville team the past 6 games. She comes in, gives Olivia Cochran or Nyla Harris a break, and
well, Jeff Walz has been looking for that third big, 4 or 5. He said the other day after they beat Georgia Tech that if Istanbuloglu can be a star stretch 4 type player in the ACC, he just wants her to be more decisive and more confident in her decision making. And we've seen that tonight. She's been very comfortable passing the ball and moving off the ball.
For sure, and she's one of those players who can actually step out and hit that 3-point shot pretty consistently. Maybe not, we haven't seen it in the game so much, but in practice, she hits them like it's nothing.
Woolley with the step through on Curry and hooks it in. Woolley's had to earn her 8 points tonight. Roberts inside, Istanbuloglu flips it in. Good ball movement from Louisville. This has been a very efficient third quarter for the Cards. 10 of 12 from the field. 9 assists on 10 baskets.
Yeah, look at this ball movement. 1 pass, 2 pass, 3 pass, score.
Right into Eastan Balolu. Louisville was having so much trouble with that weak side defender lurking for steals in the second quarter there, but it has not been an issue at all in this third quarter. Woolley kind of crowded there in the corner. 10 on the shot clock. She's going to have to do it herself. 3 ball is good, Georgia Woolley.
Nice shot by Georgia Woolley, and that's something Nyla Harris gave her a step. She saw it and knocked it down.
It's Jalea Williams, what a pass. Harris unlucky on the finish. Williams has had some excellent passes and finds tonight, as usual. A steal, well, almost a steal out front, but a foul called. It's on Williams, she's got 2. And Cochran's on for Nyla Harris. And Varejao is on for Wood. Final 1:36 of this third quarter, probably a chance to get Wood a breather. Lead is out to 11 for Louisville. Woolley for 3, no good. And Williams chases it down, but is called for the travel on the rebound.
Yeah, she tried to go a little too quick on that one.
Jeff Walz will always tell you his opinion on the refereeing, and he nodded in agreement with that call. He knew it. Varejao, the Brazilian. This is Woolley, the Aussie. Guarded nicely here from Eastan Balolu and Roberts. Trapped at midcourt. Schmidt. Burrows for 3. Got it.
A nice double team on Woolley, but she was able to step out of it after they had her trapped for a good 5-6 seconds, and that's the way to score out of a trap.
Veteran play there, stepping through the trap and being calm in that moment. Here's Williams down under a minute. Williams, nice find again to Eastan Balolu. Got it. Had a decision to make there of the ball, but he decided to roll in. A 10-point lead for Louisville.
And Jalea Williams, just an excellent player at being able to get into the paint and finding her teammates.
6 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Woolley for 3, short. Put back is good from Wilson. Fell right to her. Down under 20 seconds. Shot clock is off. And everybody left the party on Olivia Cochran there for a second.
And Jeff, a few mistakes by Louisville, and it's an 8-point ball game going into the fourth quarter.
Roberts trying to get free. Runner at the buzzer. No good. And that is where we'll leave.
Second quarter as well. Play out. Syracuse is not going away. They worked their way. They got down in the first quarter, 10 points difference, and then they've worked their way back into it, and now it's an 8-point ball game. And that's the thing, Louisville has to keep attacking the paint, where Syracuse's defense needs to step it up like they did in the second quarter and really make it hard for Louisville to have those straight line drives, make them shoot 3-point shots. And that's what they did in the second quarter. They made them shoot outside shots, and Louisville missed them. So we'll see if Louisville can hold on to this lead. And something, Jeff Walz is not liking something over there. Did you happen to see?
I think he thought that it was a shooting foul. And I think Syracuse thought that Eastan Balolu was throwing a pump fake. And that's what Leggett Jack is arguing. She's saying there's no way. Let's watch the replay here. I'll be honest with you, like it's a shooting motion, but it was a pump fake.
Yeah.
And there's been a couple of 50-50 calls here tonight. And watch here, Eastan Balolu, she throws it. It looked like it was a pump fake.
Yeah,
to me,
her eyes went.
She still got. I mean, she got fouled. No question
basket.
about that.
I got you. But I mean, in a close game, that's 2 big points. Yeah.
calmly taken by Istanbuloglu, who has 9 points tonight in 13 minutes. She's been really good. Fouls on Jayda Curry, that's her second. And how about this for Olivia Schmidt? The last time she was on the floor was December 21st against Dartmouth. And she is logging significant minutes here in a tight ACC game as Willie's shot is off. All the way to the 10, and a bucket for Roberts. She's got 13. Woolley. Cochran sagged off her for a second. Rebound underneath to Wilson, was getting pulled on by Curry. It's going to be 3 fouls now on Jayda Curry. And Syracuse a chance through Burrows to get it back under double digits to 9. Burrows has been fantastic tonight. 17 points, 4 threes. And the Orange are in zone again. And
that's one thing, Jack. I feel like Louisville gets a couple really good possessions to extend their lead, and then Syracuse just bounces right back and is able to keep this a close ball game.
Williams, nice little hesitation dribble to get some space. And Curry almost gets the steal. How about Jalea Williams tonight? 8 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals in 25 minutes. We've got enough time here. I'm going to call it. We're on triple-double watch here for Jalea Williams.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. She's coming off a big, consistent game against Georgia Tech, and
she's been excellent.
Has now put 2 complete games back-to-back together, and consistency is the key, and that's what Jeff Walz likes to see.
Wilson in the post, guarded by Cochran. And almost gets the and one. The bench was ready to celebrate that one. She's going to go to the free throw line. And, you know, Louisville started this game in rough shape from three-point range. The Cards 1 for 5. But they have caught up very quickly. They were at 1 for 7 at one point, now 5 of 12 from long range, and it really does change their offensive performance when they're knocking down threes. Only 27% from 3 this season, as Wilson is at the line here, missed the first. Second one's no good, and Williams gets the rebound.
And Jeff, you talk about when the Cards are knocking down their outside shots, it does change the ball game, because now, you know, you have to respect everybody who can shoot the ball, especially in a zone, because in a zone, I mean, drive and kick is the main thing. Get to that paint, kick the ball out. So when you're able to knock them down, it makes it tough on the defense.
Schmidt got the deflection there, but the follow through on Curry is going to send Curry. No, it's not. It's a floor foul, 2 on Schmidt. And Wood is going to come on there for Syracuse. An 11-point game here, down under 8 minutes. Istanbuloglu turns, almost got it to fall. Burrows with the rebound. Woolley ahead to Wood. Missed the layup. Cochran and Wood both go down. And Louisville happy to eat up the shot clock here and take their time.
Yeah, they're now just wanting to run through their offense. No quick shots, knowing time and score with 7 minutes to go, up 11. So they don't need anything quick.
Louisville thought maybe that was a kick ball there, but 1.5 on the shot clock. And Jeff Walz is going to take a timeout here for Louisville to talk it over. We'll take a break. Louisville has 1 point, has just constantly this season found different ways to impact the game.
Yeah, she's been unbelievable, and the thing about her, she wants to get better. She continues to get better every single game, and like I said, she's peaking at the right time.
Louisville had 1.5 seconds on the shot clock to get something there. And Jayda Curry had to try a heave from distance. 11-point game down under 7 minutes. Syracuse has stayed in this game. Almost got a steal there from Cochran. And the Orange are going to need to find some offensive fluidity here if they're going to get back into it. They haven't scored in 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Schmidt missed Wood underneath there. Burrows in a trap. Burrows, pull-up jumper, and Curry gets the board. I always wonder, Jess, are players aware? Like, does Jalea Williams know that she's zeroing in on a triple-double? You just have to look at the scoreboard to see it.
I think so. I mean, you have to know. It's funny though. Whenever I played with A.D. Durr, and I want to say she had. Don't quote me. It's been a long time, but I want to say she had like 47 points. Her top was maybe 50, and she didn't realize it, I don't think.
She never knew.
And wow. I was like, AD, like, you're almost there. You're like,
what a player,
and
too.
I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, that's
but
good.
sometimes
it's
you're
ice
so,
cold, yeah.
Exactly. Sometimes you're just so in the flow of the game, you don't even realize what you have. But, you know, me sitting over there on the bench looking at the score, I'm like, oh, you almost have a 50-piece. And I'd be, if I was over on the bench telling Jalea Williams, look, you're close to a triple-double. But of course, you do want to win the basketball game first. I mean, it's a 9-point game. It's not like it's a blowout. So that's one thing. You don't want to try to pat your stats too much. You just want the game to continue to come to you. But if it was a blowout, I'd be telling her, look, get her the ball, get her 2 more points, a few more assists.
Well, don't look now, Jess. It's a 7-point game. Yes. Woolley finds Burrows underneath, and they've made a lot of successful possessions out of those little scoop passes, hooking around a defender. Woolley's got 5 assists. Williams has the ball pulled out, and it's going to be Syracuse basketball. And again, you see the little hook pass there to Burrows.
And Georgia Woolley has been doing a really nice job of finding her teammates as well. That's a few nice passes she's had throughout this ball game. A few no-look passes.
Chance to get this down to 4 or 5. Down under 5 minutes. Schmidt working with Woolley. Wood posting up Harris. Re-entry to Wood. Turns, missed it. Got her own rebound. And a great defensive play there from Russell. Eyes in the back of her head. Marissa Russell. A Cards TV intern extraordinaire, by the way.
Yeah, Kyra Wood just battling for the offensive rebound, but excellent play by Marissa Russell, because that would have been a wide open 3-point shot for Sophie Burrows, who's knocked down a few tonight.
There's Burrows trying to back down Roberts. Fadeaway jumper's no good, and Harris grabs the rebound. Nyla Harris now has 9 boards. She's a rebound away from a double-double herself.
And if you look there, Louisville hasn't scored in the last 4 minutes and 20 seconds. And that's one thing, when you're a team and you're battling and playing tough components, you can't have droughts like this and allow the other team to score in your droughts as well. You can't let one mistake turn into 2. You got to continue to play defense even if you're not scoring the ball well.
Roberts with a good effort there to get the held ball. And possession will be with the Orange. 65-58, 3:50 to go here in Louisville. The Cards trying to win their 6th consecutive ACC game and move to 6-1 in the league after opening with a loss against NC State in league play. Syracuse trying to make it back-to-back wins and the first win ever in the KFC Yum Center. This has not been a fun place for Syracuse to visit. Burrows for 3. That's one she was hitting earlier this game. Roberts on the drive, turns, missed it. Harris has her double-double, and a foul underneath on Syracuse.
That's when Sophie Burrows probably wishes she could get back that 3-point shot. That would have been huge to get them within 4 points. And I heard Coach Jeff Walz, I keep saying Coach, goodness, Jeff Walz over there telling Amaria Berry she cannot go under the screen because Burrows is pulling that shot.
Dodged a bullet. Roberts, good look from 3, missed it. And another rebound for Harris. Hard fall underneath him. I think Wood's going to get rung up for the foul there.
Nyla Harris just all over the offensive glass tonight.
A heck of a team. Feels like I know this is not a groundbreaking statement, but very much a national title contender. And Louisville, an opportunity here to break what is now a 5.5-minute scoring drought to try to build back out this lead at 7 points right now, 7 on the shot clock. Roberts for 3, missed it. And Williams got the rebound. And they're gonna say it was out on Williams. What do you think?
I think the ref saw she had the ball in her hands while going out of bounds. I'm guessing that's what the ref saw.
Schmidt. Either way, there's been a lot of 50-50 calls that have gone against both teams in the way that maybe they ultimately will cancel each other out. Wilson in the post, flips it up and in. Sanaya Wilson, she's got 8. And it's a 5-point game, 2:25 to go. Gut check time for Louisville. They haven't scored in 6+ minutes. Curry.
Louisville right now trying to run their offense, and Syracuse doing an excellent job of making Louisville do things that they're not normally wanting to do. Looks a little out of sorts.
And the foul is going to be called there. And just like, oh my gosh, guys.
Yeah, it's like you play great defense for 30 seconds, and then those last few seconds get you.
Killer. Curry steps into a jumper and couldn't get the shooter's touch. And a foul is called underneath on, I believe it was on Wood. No, it's Georgia Woolley who's called for her 3rd. On the scrum for the rebound, and I believe there's going to be 2 shots here for Olivia Cochran. An opportunity here for Louisville. A scoring drought that has hit 6 minutes and 43 seconds until that free throw. Cochran shooting 69.6% from the free throw line this season. And those are 2 big free throws from your team leader when Louisville needed them the most. .145 to go. It's a 7-point game.
Yeah, Jeff, this is where Louisville just needs a good defensive stop where Burrows perks it up and almost.
Oh, that's a bad fall for Woolley. Appears to be okay. Wood goes to work underneath, missed it, and Wilson's called for the offensive foul on the rebounding scrum. That was sketchy moment there, but Georgia Woolley's taken a beating tonight. She came into the game with a black eye after the Miami game.
Yeah, she's a competitor. She went down a few times today, gotten right back in this ball game. I've had a big game for her Syracuse team.
And I don't want to jinx it here. Jalea Williams needs 3 assists. I mean, she's close to a double-double here. She can make this free throw. 9 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. And I am happy to say I didn't jinx her from the 10 points. Syracuse has to hurry, down 9. 130 or, well, now 120 to go in this one. Burrows off to Wood. The runner is good. And a quick timeout here from Syracuse. The lead is back to 7 for Louisville. It'll be a full timeout called by Syracuse to talk things over.
But that's the thing. I mean, you lose a player of that caliber, it kind of makes a different dynamic for this team this year. And their record, watching them in person, their record does not, you know, show what they are on the floor-wise. They battle, and they're finally starting to pick it up, things together. You know, we'll see how this game plays out, but if they can just get a couple of good wins, I mean, they're a really good basketball team, and I've been impressed tonight so far.
It's been a fiercely competitive game, and Louisville has been the aggressor. They've been the team to pull away and then have Syracuse come back, but the Cards also doing a good job of always staving off the pushes from Syracuse as we approach the 1-minute mark. Roberts calmly passes out of the trap. Curry's the player you want to avoid fouling if you're Syracuse. This is Williams to Roberts, 10 on the shot, nice pass, and Cochran finishes.
And that's one thing, too, also, Jeff. I mean, you look at Syracuse, they're 1-4 in the ACC, but top to bottom, the ACC is an excellent conference, and you have to play your best basketball game in and day out. And, you know, some of these teams, I mean, can't get over the hump of the wins, but like you said, Syracuse has been in this ball game the entire game.
It's 4 now on Jayda Curry. Taj Roberts, by the way, 13 points, 4 assists. Cochran's up to double figures in scoring with 10. Down under 50 seconds, Syracuse has to score in a hurry. Schmidt tries the runner, front iron. And Jalea Williams has just successfully secured a double-double with her 10th rebound of the night. 9 of them coming on the defensive end. And we're going to talk to Jalea Williams after this game, which I'm very excited about.
$10 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists.
Just an all-around performance.
No, definitely. And after the game, though, she's probably going to be getting on a few of her teammates for if she got 3 more assists, if they would have made a couple more baskets from her passing.
36.4 to go in this one as Jalea Williams scores her 11th point of the night. 2 steals, by the way, to go with it, as the 3 ball is no good from Woolley. And another rebound for Cochran, and that's going to be the white flag. This ball game is going to go down in the books as a 10-point Louisville win. It was an entertaining affair from front to finish. But Jalea Williams, 11 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. Nyla Harris has herself a double-double, and the Cards grind out a win in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, overall it was a competitive game. The Louisville Cards did come out on top, but there was 6